Hey y'all, today we're going to be doing a green look with like orange for a cut crease. So it's going to be like kind of tropical kind of. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to be doing a look like this. I will tag the creator below in this YouTube video, but this is the inspo that we're going for. As always, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to try to be posting once a week at least, because of my schedule. Hopefully it'll allow it. So that's the inspo that we're doing today, and on that note, let's get started. So we're gonna start with the Shape Tape Tarte Concealer in the shade Tan Deep Honey, and we're just gonna put that all over our lids. I'm just gonna spread that out, blend it out. I really like using this one underneath as like my sole base, and then I'll go on top with the Blank Canvas by P. Louise. So I'm just spreading that all out to kind of just cover it, because this is where we're going to put all our color, and this just gives us that really good base like for the matte eyeshadows. So this is how it looks, pretty simple. Then we're going to go in with that Blank Canvas concealer. We're going to put that right on top. What I really love about this Blank Canvas concealer is it just really makes everything that you put on top of it pop. But I go a step further, and I even put a color concealer on top of this. It makes my eyeshadow look very vibrant. So we're just blending that out until we get the desired blend that we're looking for. So it's going to take a little bit. And then I use a beauty blender on top just to kind of give it that matte finish. Like, look at that. So I'm just blending that out underneath my eye too, just so that way it can spread somewhere. And now it's time to put some of that color concealer on by P. Louise. This is Sweet and Sour. It's that green, because our base is going to be green, and then we're going to kind of just blend the greens out with like yellows. So we're just starting to blend that out. It looks very like dull. It also could be because it is expiring, but we're just going to keep blending that out until it kind of covers up where we want to put our color. I did go in with a little bit more of that green concealer just to kind of pop it a little bit, give it a more vibrant kind of base. And then after I'm done blending it out to my liking, I'm going to start to go in with the palette by P. Louise, Unlock Your Creativity. We're going to be using that whole yellow to green strip. And we're going to start with the darkest green for our first color. So we're going to start with Pick the Lock, and we're going to put that on our eyelids. Now I like to use a certain brush that kind of like shapes the eye of my eyelid, so that way it kind of helps to put the color where I want it to go. So I pat it down, and then I'm gonna just slowly kind of blend it upwards like I am right now to kind of get that diffused look. That way when I go in with my next color, it'll diffuse and blend easier. So I went back in with a little bit more of that green to kind of give it that pop, and then I'm just diffusing it. Don't worry about that. I do have a trick for that later on, so just don't worry about that. I got you. So that's my first color that I just put on. We're gonna go in with No Doubts. This green is so pretty. Like, I could have just done a makeup look with just this green, but I'm just gonna go in on top of that, kind of in my crease where I'm blending that right now. Don't worry if you lose that first color. I'm gonna come back and redo it again. So like, this is just worrying about layering the colors. So we're gonna go in with Discovery, which is a lighter green than the No Doubts. We're gonna put that literally right a little bit on top of it, and if it gets in the crease where it was, totally fine. We're just kind of defining and outlining where we want to put these colors. So don't freak out. So I'm just kind of diffusing that upward as well. Every color that I do use, I'm gonna kind of diffuse upwards to kind of get that, you know, that very good blend. So you can see I put some of that same color on. I just put a little bit more on, and I'm just diffusing upwards. And it's basically the same step every time you apply a eyeshadow. We're gonna go with Entrance, that lighter green. And I'm putting it kind of where I put the last color, but I'm also just kind of going up a little bit more to kind of make sure the color is shifting upwards. That way, when I go back in to redefine the colors, it'll look blended and just so much put together. And then we're gonna go with Liberate. This is such a cute, like, kind of mustard yellow. So we're just gonna do that on the outer. See how the placement for this one, it's more on the top because this is like the kind of the transition color that we're gonna be using. So it's that yellow, because yellow and green really do blend so well together. So we're putting that more so on the top, not more in the middle, to kind of give it that dark to light gradient. And then I'm just gonna blend it to my liking. And then this is where I go back in with the first color green, that darkest green that we went in with. This is where I go in with that. So I'm kind of just finding the color again, putting it back together. And you're gonna do this for all of the eyeshadows. But we're just gonna do our last blended color, which is called Create, I believe. And we're going to use that to blend it. All the steps do the same thing. And then next we're going to use my NARS powder foundation, and this is the secret I was telling you about, how like you see those harsh lines, like the green, like near my the bridge of my nose. This helps it diffuse, so you're going to want to get the color that you want and diffuse that with that. And next we're cutting the crease. We're going to be using the P. Louise, the kind of like Vaseline product. And we're just going to cut the crease, look up, kind of create that arch of that cut crease, and we're just going to remove it with Q-tips. Then we're going to put our concealer on top of it, and then we're going to go in with the colors. Now these are just colors that are on the other side of the Unlock Your Creativity palette. I didn't show them, my bad, but I'm basically starting from like yellow and going all the way to like a red orange, and you'll see what I mean. But every time I put a color, I'm blending it towards the outer of my eyes. So I'm going that way to kind of make sure everything's shifting that way, so then when I put another color underneath, it will blend so much better, and you'll see what I mean. So I already did the yellow. Now I'm going in with an orange. And the way that I do it is I kind of just slowly kind of just blend it together. And if there's more orange on the yellow, I'll just go back in with that yellow or that color to kind of get that color back to make sure it looks very blended. And this is the darkest reddish orange that we're using for this look, I believe. And then we're just kind of just blending that in with that other orange that we just blended. And then lastly, after we do this to our liking, we're going to go in with the darkest green that we used, and we're going to kind of like fade that in, so that way it looks like it's blended into the base of our eyeshadow. And then I'm going to use a blank brush that has nothing on it and just blend that. And then next, my favorite part, if you've been following my channel, you know I love me some glitter. So I'm going to apply some glitter glue, basically glitter adhesive by NYX. And you're going to want to be careful when you do that. You don't want to mix, like, you don't want to dab the glue in with the other colors, because then it would like mess up your like color format. Then we're just going to lay the glitter, and voila, that's it. I hope you really do like her. I love you. Hey y'all, so this is the final look. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, share, and subscribe as always. I really enjoyed making this look with you guys, and stay tuned for another look coming up. And if you don't already, follow my TikTok because I post a lot of makeup content on there. So, love you.